Okay, I need to know if I'm the asshole here.
I just sat in a car with a bitch, with a hoe, for 3 fucking hours.
I don't mind dating women who have kids, but I don't want to see the kids.
Being born female, then being socialized as a girl, then living your life as a woman does not make you an authority on feminism.
I called my ex-boyfriend with a fake phone number and I claimed to be his father who had left him at a very young age.
Have you ever listened to some men talk and thought, did he really just say that? Honestly, some of the things they say to women are so bold and out of touch that you're left wondering where all that audacity comes from. So today we are talking about why thinking before speaking can save you a lot of awkward moments and unnecessary drama when it comes to men. We have a lot of examples to go through today, so let's get into it.
If women didn't have vaginas, we would not talk to you guys.
Wow.
I'm listening, but I'm just being real with you.
Does men know that it's not a crime for them to sleep with each other? Like, without vagina, you won't be with a woman. And this is why I always say majority of these men, they are with women because of the shame and not having the courage and the boldness to be free from their own sexual preference. That's why they choose to be with a woman. And also to produce, to have kids. Imagine saying this out in public. And Myron, all of his girlfriends are all paid girlfriends, okay? He never, the documentary that this man just made shows that he never had sex with any of these girlfriends. Sometimes I don't understand these men. Like, to me, it's like suffering in silence.
Why did you lock the door?
So you couldn't come ogle me?
What if I needed something from the bathroom?
There's another bathroom.
You've never locked the door when you shower.
Well, maybe a girl just gets tired of you peeking on her when she's showering.
I'm not peeking, I'm deliberately looking. I'm gonna get something.
TikTok right now.
I just feel like it should be. Don't close the door again.
I really don't know why this is such a hard concept for people, but a human is not entitled to another human's body. People are not property. You do not own them. By marrying them, they do not become yours to do with as you please. They are still a human being. This is an example of you treating her like an object.
There are some men that will never understand this conversation, no matter how you explain it to them, okay? Being sexualized in your own house 24/7 is not romantic and it's not fun. Some men will say, but it's my wife, what's the big deal, what's the problem? That is the point. Just because she's your wife does not give you the authority to sexualize her every 3 working days. Does not give you the authority to be peeping at her when she's taking a bath. Like, that's her own privacy. If she wants you to come in, she will invite you. It's as simple as that. Likewise, when you wear something comfortable around the house and you just want to be free and all they know how to do is just smack you every few seconds and want to have sex. I know on this topic, no matter how you explain it, there are still some men that will never understand.
Why my side chick treat me way better than my main girlfriend? I mean, I want to marry my girlfriend, but my side chick got it.
Hey! Do you know how hard it is to show up and be the best person and version of yourself when you are being mistreated? She's doing it better because she's not doing a job at 100% capacity. She gets the pieces of you. You know how easy it is to show up and get the fun parts of a man? To get to show up and laugh with a man? To get to show up and experience him on his good days? Do you know how hard it is to be the one that he comes home to when life gets hard, when the money get low, when the energy is off? So you going home and you dumping all the on wifey, and then the side gets the happy days. So in your mind, it's like, oh, why is she making me happier? That's f***ed up.
She already took the words out of my mouth, because what more to say to that? These are the things some men don't understand. You can call me and tell me, can we see this weekend? And all I have to do is look good, smell nice. And we are just going to talk about like happy moments and have fun, have sex, eat, drinks. Maybe I might listen to you bitch about your girlfriend for a while or about your wife, and that's it. And here you are demanding the best version of the same woman that don't have the best version of you. Some of these men, I don't understand what they are smoking and what they are drinking. And you are asking this in a public place. What do you expect them to tell you? You should dump the girlfriend, or you should invite your girlfriend and your wife together and tell the girlfriend or the side chick to give your wife an advice on how to make you happy? Is that what he's expecting? I don't know. This one is actually funny. This one is funny.
Let me just be direct here. How many people have you been with?
Been with? Like dated?
Intimately.
I mean, I've had probably, I think, 3 serious boyfriends.
In how long?
Are you asking how many people I've slept with?
I'll just be direct. Yeah. How many people have you done that with?
That's a crazy question we're 25 minutes into a first date. I have no issue answering the question if we were, I don't know, seeing each other a few months and it was like kind of relevant, but right now it doesn't seem relevant to who knows what if we see each other
so
again.
That's something that you want me to find out like later down the road once I start, once I can, once we're together, and then you'll be on it. That's what you're saying.
I'm being honest with you now that I don't think
How
it's
many?
appropriate.
How many?
When it comes to the topic of body counts, to me, I just feel like it's pointless. Okay, first of all, it's wrong to record someone without their permission and post it on TikTok. If you don't like the way he thinks, if you don't like the question, if you're uncomfortable with it, the least you can do is just leave him alone and go by your day. That aside, a man asking you about your body count doesn't mean he's going to respect you, doesn't mean he's going to care for you, doesn't mean he has good intention towards you. A man asking about your body count doesn't mean he's going to marry you. Just because you have a low body count does not mean all those things I just mentioned is going to fall in place for you. That is a stupid question to ask on a first date. Sometimes I don't even understand why they ask this question, because when you even ask them, they will be like, well, I can tell when a woman has slept with lots of men. No, you cannot. Because if you say you can, then meaning you are also a dog. And sometimes some of you men think that women also don't like men that have less body count. I do not want to get married to a man that has slept with almost half of the entire city. So the question is useless. I can lie. A woman can stay in a city and be a prostitute for like 5 years, and she can move to another country and another city, change her name, and start a new life. You will know nothing. You will know jack shit. So why are we asking this question? And you are asking how many body counts mean. The body count is how you're going to value her. The body count is how will determine how you're going to treat her. I just like that he asked this at the first date so that she knows that he's not the kind of man that she's going to be with. And please stop filming people without their permission. It's rude.
I just sat in a car with a bitch, with a hoe, for 3 fucking hours. I drove to get her, bro. 40 fucking minutes. 40 minutes. You think I'm insane, right? The plan was to go to AMC. AM fucking C. We are there at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, the movie doesn't start till 10. This bitch don't even know what movie she wants to go, so we go for the one at 10 o'clock. Obsession. This hoe made me waste the AC in the fucking car. All the gas is just burning in the car. 3 hours just straight running in the car, bro. You think I'm getting some ass, right? You think I'm getting play? No. You know what I get? a little nudgy. You know, nothing serious. You know what I'm doing to her? Then she asked me to go get her food. Bitch! I never looked so insane in my life. You asked me to go get you food after you just sat there and you just, bro, I just got hustled. Like, bro, I might be going insane, bro. Please, someone help me, bro.
Wow. Throwing tantrum in front of your camera because you drove to get a woman and then take her out on a date for a movie night. So because you drove, and you sat in the car for like, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours, and you bought a ticket, that automatically gives you a free pass, a free access to our body. And this is the reason why I always tell my friends that I do not take things from a man that I do not have intention of sleeping with, be it short-term or long-term relationship. I have known this right from when I was like 15, because 70% of my family are men. Because no matter how little or big a man is nice to you, sooner or later he is always expecting something from you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're not nice men out there. They are. Okay? Some things I don't understand when it comes to men is this: if you know sex is your priority, why can't you just go and patronize a sex worker? If you don't want to go through all that stress and that effort, why can't you just look for one hooker, pay her, get the job done, and then go by your way? Another thing is, he is fuming in front of his phone, claiming that he has been hustled because she won't sleep with him. Some of these men, if you tell them to go patronize a prostitute, guess what they will tell you? Oh, I don't do that. Oh, I don't do that. But they think they have the right to just buy you a drink, pizza, or anything cheap, and just a few talk, and that's it. That's all they have to do. I can bet you that this guy did not even have any of this discussion with this woman before they went out on this so-called date. Calling somebody a whore, a bitch, and yet you are the one that wants to have sex. It's actually funny. The audacity of this man. I don't know where they ordered it from. Maybe it's from Shane or something.
Being born female, then being socialized as a girl, then living your life as a woman does not make you an authority on feminism. It doesn't mean that you understand feminism. It doesn't even mean you have the range to touch on feminist discussions, period. And a lot of y'all's arrogance derived from the fact that you believe because you were born in a certain body that you have the authority to speak on something is exactly why our conversations of revolving around feminism haven't moved anywhere and have in fact regressed. And also it's why you all are starting to act like the very men that y'all claim you don't want to be like.
Okay, Johnny Bravo, since you know everything, you just list all the qualities that gives me the authority, that gives me the right to talk about feminism. How about a woman that was kidnapped and trafficked, sold to men 4 times? How about a woman that got pregnant and was beaten up to miscarriage because the scan said it was a girl, and after the miscarriage it turned out the baby, it's actually a boy? Do I have your permission to speak now? Or I always say, not all men has emotional intelligence. For you to set up your camera with your jaw looking like a new iron experiment, telling women that they do not have the right to speak on something that they go through on a daily basis from your gender, it's actually mind-blowing. The audacity is on another level.
I don't mind dating women who have kids, but I don't want to see the kids. I don't want to deal with the kids. Because my thing is, I'm there for you. I'm not there for the kids.
So
Like,
you would
I'm
date
there-
a single mom, you just wouldn't take her seriously?
No, I'm gonna take her seriously. I'm gonna treat her the way she wants to be treated, but I don't want to deal with the kids.
Are you
I'm
saying
not there
forever?
for the kids.
How does that work, bro?
Starting a conversation, I don't want nothing to do with the kids, I don't want to see the kids. Go date women without kids. It's such a simple solution, because what I find is that there are a lot of men that don't mind dating single mothers so long as they put her being single before she puts her being mother. Want to date male-centered women
Why
that
would
are
I
willing
date
to
my-
put their children on the back end so that she can appease the fact that she don't want to be around her kids.
So my question to you will be, why would I shrink my dating pool?
Cause you don't want to be around
Why would I
these
shrink my dating
kids.
pool?
You got kids?
Yes, I do. I got kids. Hold on. But I'm not looking for a mom. I'm not looking for a mom for my kids. I'm not looking for a mom for my kids. I'm
Even
not looking
that
for her
man
to take
is
care of my
shocked.
kids. My kids are my kids.
The difference between a father and a mother is that this is part of our lifestyle and it's part of y'all sometimes duties.
Look at the other guy in the crowd who was like, did you just say this? Some women actually lay down with him and have kids. Oh my goodness. And there are some women that have the same mentality as him. They be like, As long as your kids are not around you all the time or whenever I'm around, we are cool. We can be together. And hearing him saying, why will I shrink my dating pool? What dating pool? You don't even have a pool. Talk less of the dating in it. And a woman will look at this man and be like, yeah, I actually want him. There's nothing wrong with what he said. These are the type of men that end up abusing and molesting your kid. All in the name of they don't want to see them in the relationship with you.
Have you ever cheated on a man?
I have, because he cheated on me, and I said yes.
That's not a good enough reason for me.
Really? What?
Because you're reacting to what he did. If he would not have ever cheated on you, would you have wanted to go cheat on him?
No.
Okay.
I would have been loyal and faithful to him, but he doesn't deserve my loyalty. The moment he steps out of the relationship, he no longer deserves my loyalty, and I no longer want him, because that's a deal breaker for me. So once you cheat on me, then I need to go find somebody else. But see, that's why a man like you wouldn't date, you know, a woman like me would have fuck by you, fuck by, fuck for fuck. Rabbit for rabbit. Right true. To a rabbit, right true. Which is you a fuck and me a fuck, right true.
No. But this is what I'll tell you though. Don't let it be because of me. Why
we're in this together, baby.
No.
Why should I change the narrative?
If you want to go sleep with somebody else, do it because you want to. Don't do it because you don't.
No, but we're in this together.
Because
so,
as a man, I can see something in every single woman that will be attractive. That's just how a man's mind thinks.
What the fuck is he talking about? Because I'm sitting here trying to merge his sentence together and they don't make sense. And he's sitting right there thinking like he made a valid point. So as a woman, I'm blind. I do not know how to see attractive men. Or what? A womanizer trying to advise me, trying to tell me that me cheating on you back, it's not a valid reason because you are a man. I still don't understand the nonsense that he said. I'm sorry, I don't. Because the moment you are having a conversation with the man and he brings out that line or that phrase as a man, just know that he's about to spew nonsense. Just know that his brain, they have left his body, okay? His brain are in the trash, your brain is in the fountain. And you just be sitting there wondering, where did you go wrong in life?
I'm looking for an editor.
Oh, this sounds good.
It'll be on a free trial basis for a month.
Working for free? Where do I sign up?
I'm going to be live streaming for maybe 5 to 8 hours every single day.
Every day? No, that sounds great.
3 90-second clips made out of it.
So that's 8 hours plus, 3 hours editing. So, sounds like a dream job.
So, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mum, I think it'd be a nice little touch.
Jackie, you're a stay-at-home mum, aren't you? Listen, when you're not too busy washing, cleaning, ironing, feeding the kids, buying groceries, wiping backsides and keeping everyone alive on 3 hours of broken sleep, do you fancy wading through 8 hours of footage of this shirtless knobhead? Yeah, she said she'd love to.
Obviously, I'll work very closely with you.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
I'll give you all of the shout-outs.
Yeah, it's fine, Jackie. He's going to give you all of the shout-outs to his 200 YouTube subscribers. Yeah, of course you can use shout-outs to buy school shoes.
And obviously, I can always pass on my knowledge to you for free.
For free? I feel like we should be paying you.
King Solomon is going to give us his wisdom for free. Isn't that generous? And he's going to shout you out in his video. Imagine going to pay your mortgage or going to the pharmacy to buy some drugs and you go there, you get... I just want to see how that conversation will work. And this man has a wife and a kid, and he wants somebody else, another woman, to do this job for him.
My confession is, I called my ex-boyfriend with a fake phone number, and I claimed to be his father who had left him at a very young age. And I said the reason that, I, quote-unquote, the father left him was because he just knew that he would be a disappointment, and he reached out to see where he was at this point, and then he told me, his whole life story, everything. And then I hung up on him after saying, oh, it turns out I was right. And he never knew to this day. And he cried about this for months to everybody. But he cheated on me, so it doesn't matter.
No, it does.
No, it does.
No, it does.
Yeah.
That is not nice. Why would you do that? His father. And you know how emotional he is about that topic. And you know how important his father is to him. This is not funny. And this is one of the reasons why, even if I'm like, we are dating, they are just some of my secrets. They are just some of the things that has happened to me, even in that compound, that I will never tell anyone till I die. There are some of the darkest things that has happened to me in that journey that I will never share with my partner, no matter how I trust you. Because me, I'm that type of person that always have one small spot for the possibility of breakup. What if he cheated? What if this happened? What if that happened? No relationship is perfect, but doing this, God have mercy.
Okay, I need to know if I'm the asshole here. Matched with someone on Hinge a couple of days ago. We go on a date. It was fine. We grab one drink, hang out, talk a little bit. She's from the East Coast. Good vibes, a lot of laughing. I'm just not like there, right? So the next day, she hits me up and is like, hey, I'm at a bar near you. Come meet up with me and my friends. Great. I go meet up. I end up hitting it off with one of the friends. So now I'm like, shit, what do I do here? I decide I'm going to go about this the mature way. I'm going to let it breathe for a couple of days, not go out on another date. And then I'm going to say, hey, I think you're great, but the other night I noticed I really hit it off with your friend. We've only gone on one date. I want to address this and be upfront while it's early. Would it be okay with you if I asked your friend out? Thought I was being really nice. This woman just told me, don't ever contact me or my friend again, and watch out for your car. I mean, I feel like that's a little extreme. She could have just said, no, I'd rather you didn't have a good day. Watch out for your car is crazy. So I want to know, is it that big of a deal? Like, we went on one date, didn't do anything. Is it that big of a deal? Am I the asshole, or did she overreact?
Okay, Mr. Nice Guy. Let me explain something to you that some of you men don't understand. Just because a friend was nice to you at the bar or whatever way you guys meet up does not mean she likes you. Okay, sometimes we do this just to make our friend happy, and when we get home we will tell our friend like, that guy is trash, like that guy is not it. Okay, that aside, and just because you hit it off with a friend does not mean that the relationship is going to work out between you guys. Let me give you an example. You know that there are some people that you meet and you have this discussion on, like, maybe it's about a cup, or it's about a bed, or it's about football or anything. And in your mind, you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe that this person is, this person is cool like this, and the connection is there. We really vibe and all that. 2 months along the line, or 3, you start talking with this person on a daily basis. Then you realize that 80% of the time, they are just piece of. And now you've went out on a date, probably slept with each other. You're no longer interested in this woman. So what do you expect to happen between she and her friend? Some women value platonic relationship than romantic relationship. Okay, I am one of those people. You don't expect me to throw my friend under the bus. You don't expect me to hurt my friend just because I want to please you. And you don't even know how these people are. You don't know how deep they are with each other's family. Okay, let's assume everything I just said is irrelevant to you. Will you want to date a woman like that? To me, I think the woman telling him to watch out for his car is extreme, because the guy did not lie to you. He actually told you the truth from the beginning. If there's some men, they will not even bother to tell you. They will go out on the 2nd and 3rd date, sleep with you multiple times, and then ghost you. What are you going to do? Arrest him? No. But he was upfront about the whole thing. I just feel like the both of you are wrong here. The both of you are wrong.
My non-negotiables are literally listed out on my Hinge. If you voted for Trump, if you're super religious, if you have children, if you want children in the future, everything says do not swipe on me. Every time I match with somebody before I go on a date with them, I make us have a phone call and I reiterate every single thing that's on my Hinge profile, because it's 2026, people don't read. So I had already reiterated and gone over all this information prior to us even meeting up. So we meet up, we're waiting for our food, everything's going good. While we're waiting for our food, it gets brought up about kids. And he's like, oh, I have something to tell you. And he's like, this is so funny. It's like, I actually have a kid. I'm like, beg your finest pardon? What do you mean by that? He's like, yeah, I have a whole child. So why didn't you tell me that? Because on your profile, it doesn't say. And on the phone call that we had, he literally did not acknowledge the fact that he has a child. So I already know at that immediate moment, we're not ever going to see each other again. Like, the second I walk out, I'm ghosting you. But then I'm sitting there, and he's trying to explain himself. He's trying to justify it. And his main justification is that had he told me that he had a child, I wouldn't have showed up on this date.
To me, I think withholding information from someone is a strategy of manipulation. That is manipulative statics right there. Why will you come on a date? Sometimes I don't understand people. What is the point that he's trying to prove? That is actually disrespectful. Now you're on a date with me for me to feel guilty not wanting children or not wanting to be with somebody that have kids. And for him saying that, oh, if you knew I had kids, you wouldn't have showed up. That's the point. Because I won't want to waste my time. And these are the type of men that go on the podcast and brag about, well, she didn't want 5 kids. I actually convinced her, she wanted 2 kids and I convinced her to have 5 kids. And at the end of the day, they will leave you with those kids. These are the same men that will come on podcasts and brag about, she didn't actually want to get married, but I convinced her to. Now she has 2 kids and we are divorced, These are the things they do to boost their ego. That aside, why would you even want to be with a woman that you know deep down she doesn't like kids or she doesn't want kids? What if you bring your child around this person and they treat your child like a garbage, like a trash? Are you not even scared of the safetiness of your child for you to want to date somebody like this?
So many of you all are missing something so critical to this man eating relaxer story. Okay, I'm 41, I've been married to a man like this, and I'm hearing a lot about weaponized incompetence, etc., etc. No, that's not it. It's not incompetence, it's deeply intentional. And what I mean when I say it's intentional, he opened up the refrigerator and saw something he thought was ice cream. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He thought it was ice cream. And then he thought to himself, secondarily, my wife got herself a special sweet treat just for her. That ain't right. I want it. And so he opened up the jar and ate, looks like almost half of it, right? And throughout him eating it, it tasted bad, it smelled bad, his eyes were itching. And this is the part that y'all not getting. He knew it was bad, but the desire to take something from her overtook all reason.
What is the whole point of you opening a cup of relaxer, eating it like you thought it was dessert or something? Do you know how that thing smells? It's not amusing, okay? It doesn't look good. It doesn't smell nice. And the texture is weird. I'm just glad he's fine and they were able to take him to ER faster than expected. Because this nonsense can make you go blind.
Is normalization of hatred for men more prevalent than for women? And I would say yes, overwhelmingly yes.
So where do you see the hatred of men primarily? I'm just curious.
Well, I see it in women's marches, and I see it in general conversation when women are like, I don't need a man.
Yeah. I don't need a man?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious. If a man were to say, I don't really need a woman, I'm happy living my life the way I am, I enjoy my career, I enjoy where I'm at, I'm just not really in a position where I need a woman. Would he be hating women by making that type of statement, making such a sentiment?
Women?
Yeah, would you say they hate women?
Well, that's not celebrated, though. That's not something that's...
No, but that's not what I said, though. I said, is that an example of hating women?
Is that an example of hating women?
Because you said an example of hating men is saying I don't need a man.
Yeah, but they're doing it in a way to put down men. They're doing it because they view the patriarchal structure of society as being an inherently bad thing.
Created by you guys.
Because I think a society in which is structured so that men have certain advantages over women unfairly is unfair to them. I don't think attacking patriarchy or the advantages that men get is in any way attacking them. There's a famous phrase, to the privilege, equality feels like oppression. Wrong.
Misandry is normal. It's very normalized to the point where we don't even realize it.
You can't give me an example of it. That's what I'm wondering.
You a bunch of examples.
But the examples you gave me were women trying to live their lives of their own autonomy and accord, which is saying, I don't need a man, which is fine. I don't see what world you view that as hatred unless you think you're entitled to women.
Yeah, but...
That's the only way I interpret that as a hatred of man. I'm being as charitable as I literally possibly can.
I've literally heard women say, I hate men.
Of course,
literally.
Absolutely. And
death to the patriarchy,
of course.
All these things.
Wait a second.
That.
Death to the patriarchy means death to the societal structures in which give men more societal power than women for no reason. That's not the hatred of men unless you think men ought to have that power because they are men. That is the only way you interpret it that way. So all I'm showing here is a lot of these ideas of what you think misandry is are just your misogynistic instincts and assumptions being exposed.
A man with this emotional intelligence, we need more men like this in today's society. And all these things the men are complaining about, it's something that you can live without. Me not getting married, I can live without it. Me not having kids, people can live without it. Me not wanting to cook, clean, I can live without it. Why can't they accept that? And we as a woman, some of us has already accepted the fact that there are some men that they will not change, they will not upgrade themselves, they will not level up mentally, emotionally, financially to feed the ideal man for us. And we have accepted that and just live with the truth and just find a job, rent a place of our own, have a dog or have a pet, and just live a normal life. And they are bitter about this, the same structure that is created by you guys. But if you don't go to work, you can literally die out of starvation. If you don't have money to pay your bills, the landlord can literally kick you out if you don't pay rent on time. But there is nobody that is going to arrest you for not getting married. There is no one that is going to lock you up for not having kids. There is no one that is going to judge you for having pets. The earlier they understand this, the better it's going to be for everyone. Majority of you get married for the wrong reasons. Majority of you date women for the wrong reasons. You see us as an item. You don't see us as equal partner. That is what we are complaining about, and you guys are still not listening. There's a difference between being honest and careless with your words. Some men really need to think before they speak, especially when talking to women. Sometimes they say things that are so disrespectful and insensitive that you can't help but wonder where they got the audacity and confidence from to say those things. A little respect, empathy, common sense, and mutual understanding can go a long way, most especially when it comes to relationships. At the end of the day, we are all humans and we are not perfect. But a little kindness and understanding can make a bigger difference than most people realize. The world already has enough people trying to prove who is right and wrong. And I know it's not going to solve every problem, but it's definitely a better start. So let me know what you think about this topic, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.